Happy Monday, everyone. It is Monday, August the 2nd. We are in a new month. Congratulations, we've made it. Hopefully you guys have had a good day. The first day of the week is always fun. So I welcome you to Stitch with Mel. I am Mel. I appreciate all of the new subscribers who have come on, all of the fantastic comments. You guys really know how to make a person's heart swell. So I thank you guys for joining us. I can attribute a lot of that, I know, to Just Keep Stitching, Pam and Steph. Steph and I have been working on the same project for the last month, and I know that she has commented a couple of times. And a couple of you have told me, hey, I'm here because of Steph. So I do appreciate you joining. I'm not as big as some people. I don't have... I definitely don't have all of the finishing techniques down, but I have been enjoying this this road for the last year, this leg of the journey. The emotions are on today. Anyways, so I started my Flosstube just a few weeks ago, actually. I guess it's been a couple of months now, and a few months. And I'm really enjoying the community. This community is like nothing else I've ever been involved in. I've been heavily involved in church all of my life. I have been involved in Red Cross. I work for a sheriff's department as a dispatcher, where we are truly family. There is nothing like the cross-stitch community at all. Sorry my voice is so deep today. I am tired. I am mentally, emotionally, physically exhausted. My body is treating me badly. I am retaining fluids. Don't try to be doctor. Just be sister and friend, brother and friend, whoever you are. And just keep cheering me on. We're going to make it. It's going to be good. So this week was a very busy week, this past week. You guys watched what I recorded on Sunday night. I woke up Monday to find that a friend's house had burned. And so I jumped to the rescue. That's what I do. And for that, I am exhausted. But I'm glad to be able to be there. Coffee. We're going to do this. So I did get a lot of stitching done, just not on a lot of stuff. It was the end of the month. It was the end of Jolly July. So I did not even bring over my salve for Jolly July, but I didn't work on it at all this week. But I did get a lot of stitching done. So let's just kind of run through the week, shall we? Monday, I woke up to find out that Pansy's house had burned, and that rained all kinds of terror down on my brain. So Monday night, I stitched on Seeking Refuge. I got off work at 6, came straight home. Stitch, did all my rescue work while I was at work on Facebook, and I went to bed early. I had to. Tuesday, I was out with Pansy. I didn't stitch a lick. I just did not have it in me. Went and bought her and her stepson, who was living with her, some clothes, necessities. I am not a shopper, so my friend Demetria came and got me. It was about 6:30. Loaded up her car with things that people had donated already, dropped off at my house. Went over to her sister's house where they were at. Listened to their stories. Cried lots of tears. And my brain does crazy things when I feel stressed. And one of them says, let's go shopping. So loaded them up. Took them to Walmart, which is the only thing that we have in town. And about 2.5 hours later, we checked out, and I was drained. Physically, mentally, emotionally drained. So, didn't do anything. I just went to bed. Wednesday, I worked more on Seeking Refuge. We do not have church going on right now because we have COVID in the church. So, who did I watch? I think I watched some church, and then I was watching some Flosstube because that's what I do when I need reassurance. I go to you guys. Pressure's on. You guys are my inspiration. Thursday, I stitched on Little Quaker Christmas, which you're going to see in a minute. And I made a whip book. I'm fixing to show you that too. Friday, my baby girl came home for 2 days. Well, not even 2 days. She came home Friday evening. Was she home? Yeah, she ate on the way home. She went and saw her sister on the way home, so she ate on the way home. So we watched, we call it Spitz Creek. You know what I'm talking about? And that's her new favorite show. We watched that, and I cross-stitched. So I worked on Little Quaker Christmas during the day that day, and then I hit some Seeking Refuge, and I worked on Ho 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 Holiday because I wanted to finish this week. I got one. And then Saturday, this is my long weekend at work, so you guys know I enjoy my long weekends at work. For those of you who are just joining us, I work 12-hour shifts in dispatch. My shift, fortunately, doesn't tend to catch a lot of calls. The other shift does, which is unfortunate for them, but I feel lucky, I guess. Our phones were down all week. Computer issues hit our phones. Massive outage all over the state, not just us. So that was tricky to deal with, but it left for, you know, a lot of quiet time. So when I'm working, especially the long weekends, I get 12-hour shifts. I work from 6 a to 6 p. I leave the house at 5:30. I'm there at 5:45, and then I leave generally right at 6 to get home. So, you know, call it 6 a to 6 p. By the time I'm settled, I don't start anything until 6. Generally, unless something major is going on, I'm able to start stitching at 6. When people start checking in on the weekdays, I put my stuff up. Sometimes I can keep it out, but, you know, I have to feel the crowd. But on the weekends, because I do stitch during the week while they're there, but on the weekends, I'm able to stitch all day long unless something's going on. Now this weekend we have a new officer who's in training, and so I had to, you know, take time to spend with him and show him my gig, but it was fun. I was still able to do it. Sundays, generally when I'm at work, I'll turn on some church around 9:30, and I'll stitch while I'm watching that, and then it's just movies and stitching. So my officer does not give me a hard time about it. He actually likes it. He comes in and he'll watch me once in a while. You know, he's like, I just don't have the patience for that. But he'll sit on the other side of the room and play on his phone while I stitch. So we just keep each other company. So Saturday, I didn't write down I did. And To All a Good Night, I worked on that, Quaker Christmas, and then Ho Ho Ho. And I finished Ho 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 while I was at home. Erica had a friend over. They left for Orlando Sunday, and so they were doing their nails Saturday night. So that was fun because I at least got to be in the same room with them. And then all day Sunday, I worked on Quaker Christmas. My officer did come in and said, "Oh no, we're not doing Christmas." And I was like, "It's Jolly July, dude. We're doing Christmas." So that was fun. So, we really do have a good time. I'm glad that he supports and not makes fun of my stuff, because that would be horrible. So yesterday was the 1st. So I decided that August was going to be all the things August. I have lots of whips behind me. This mess right here is the magazines and stuff that I've pulled out of all of my saved stuff in storage. Ignore that. Except this beautiful piece of material, because I cut off one of my works in progress that I didn't need all that material. I thought it would be really cool when I started doing all of this, when I just really started, because I've cross-stitched for the last 30 years, but I've always cut out my pieces, had everything ready, didn't know anything about kitting. I just, called it going through your threads and getting everything together. And so when I started really watching the Flosstube and doing all the things that y'all do that I don't do yet, one of the things that I noticed was, who was I watching at the time? I was watching Housewives. So Priscilla cross stitches on a massive piece of material a little section. She finishes it, she cuts it out, she goes to the next section. I thought that was cool. I thought that would make me look cool. In fact, it's very infuriating and frustrating when that material gets in my way and I want it gone. So I have been starting pieces on big pieces, and then I'll go through and I'll measure it out when I can get some accurate measuring points. I use the yarn tray calculator, but I don't like it. I have messed up things that way. You guys know my debacle with Little Red House, right? So I don't trust myself with the whole measuring thing. You know, measuring tapes are great. They're just not my friend. I have one. It's right here. It's on my stitching table. It's just, I'm scared of doing it wrong. So I would get through a portion of it, you know, get at least 4 corners, something done, and then measure my 3 inches away from that so that I would have an accurate spot. So that's how I do that. Doesn't always happen that way, but it does happen. Where was I going with that? Oh, I have whips right here in this container. They're laid out. They're all in my bags. I don't use project bags like a lot of people. My daughter orders from the Shane Shine, whatever company. And she gives me those bags. They're sturdy. They're great. They got the zip top. So that's what I use. And they have a little breathing hole, so you know your material doesn't sting. So yeah, August. That's where I was going with that. I made a. Let me just go ahead and show you. I think I'm done with the week's events. So I just came up with a notebook, and I went through. I looked at a couple of different project books that I've seen, and I kind of just stole ideas from all of them and created my own. And so this is what I did. Blue, of course, because that's my color. But I put on there the pattern name, designer start date, stitched material, stitch count, stitch size, floss, time tracker, and notes. So I'm not going to have all of the time tracker and stuff for most of these projects because they're already started, but I can, you know, pick up where I'm at and go from there. So I like this. And I can take sheets out if I just need to. For some reason, I don't know why I would need to. But I went through all of my projects that I have started because I was like, that's all I'm going to work on in September or in August, except one stitch along that Kimberly's doing that I did buy the stuff for. I'll tell you about that in a minute. And I have 27 running projects. I think I told my aunt I had 30. Sorry. I have 27 running projects. That is, they have at least stitches. I don't know how many. Some are deep in progress. Some have just been started. I don't have like a particular starting point. I'm never going to just like open a kit up or open up a pattern and just do like 3 stitches. That's not going to happen. Like I've done some damage to that material. So, you know, they're all in different places. I think, let me think, except one pattern, I think I have substantial damage done to the material. Like quite a bit of work done. I just need to finish them. I don't know that I'm going to finish all of them. I mean, there's 27, there's 31 days. But I can see, there's a couple of Housewives cups in there. I can see getting them done. They're Americana. There's a couple that are really dadgum close. I'm not sure why I stopped doing them. And then there's some that, you know, they were just on the start. So we'll see what happens from there. Yay. That's August. That's my plans for August. I'm not going to have plans for week by week. That's just my plans for August. So after that, oh, let me talk to you and just kind of, I don't have an order for my shows, so I'm not an ordered person on the shows. I have joined an effort in August called Collected Thread. It's hashtag Collected Thread. And let's not cry about this, shall we? I don't know who else involved in it. Pam and Steph talked about it from Just Keep Stitching. Now I got something of my own. So that's where I joined because I truly do call Steph a friend now since we worked on our cross-stitch project in July together. I'll show you my progress in a minute. anyways, so there's several of them who have gotten together and they have created this online presence. It's an event that they're inviting everybody to join in. You know, it does not matter who you are, what's going on, you know, if you have a floss tube, if you don't have a floss tube, whatever. And it's on Instagram, so you know you have to have an Instagram account. But they have 31 days of events. It's a suggested item to post to share more about yourself, and the goal is to make more friends in the stitching community. Now, my account is open to the world. Because I was working my paparazzi business off of all social media, I have not changed that. I have slowed down on my paparazzi, which I've got to start back up this fall. That's my goal. But everybody can see, and unfortunately I have a few followers that kind of creep me out because I don't know who they are. But, you know, they're not bothering me. So, but everybody can see what you're posting. So you're telling, you know, whoever about yourself. Some people don't want to do that. And you can make a private Instagram account for that. The prompts that they're sharing, I've read through them because my brain focuses on safety. I've read through them. Yesterday was probably the most, the biggest opportunity to give information that shouldn't be given if somebody was going to do that. Because yesterday was Who Are You? And I posted a picture of me and my parents, my 3 kiddos, which they're posted all the time. I just do that. They all have active social media accounts. My key ring, which is a dispatcher flag, which is just gold inside the white lines, and a picture of my cross stitch. Sorry, my throat is dry. But, oh, what are you drinking? I'm drinking coffee. Anyway, so every day is a different event. Like today's is Show Your Stitchy Space. I will do that when I get it all cleaned up after the show. But, you know, it's just giving people an idea of who you are and what you do and how you do it. You know, there's fun things like, I think there's one that's like, what are you reading? I'm not. Well, I am. I'm reading a couple of psych books, but, you know, for entertainment stuff, you know, what do you like to do? I think there's what do you like to eat? I don't know. There's different ones. It's just fun just to get to know each other. So feel free to join that. Feel free to find me on Instagram. I'm M as in Mary, Lore, Lore 433. That's my badge number. And so feel free to follow me and you can kind of see what's going on. And if you follow Pam, Steph, any of them, they're actively advertising it so that people can find it. So simple, so fun. And so that's where my inspirational quote is going to come from today. I'll just go ahead and throw it in here. I have said before, many people have said before, many people say it every week, the stitching community is the best place to be. Like, people are just, they're accepting, they're forgiving, because nobody's going to stitch the same way. Nobody's going to finish the same way. So, you know, you just, oh, that's pretty. Let's move on. You know, it's not your idea of what you would have done, but that's okay. I have found solace in watching YouTube more than anything else. Like, I could unsubscribe to all of my cable stuff right now. Like, I really could. I don't watch the news at all. Cannot, do not, will not. Don't argue that with me. Sorry, this is my show. I do not, I don't have kids at home to babysit, to take care of, to wipe their noses and all that. I miss my kids. I love them dearly, but I am getting to watch an exciting point in their life. For those of you who were here last week, you know my son-in-law just signed up for the Navy. So my son-in-law and daughter, they live right now 45 minutes away from me. And so we're spending time with them. He will be going to the Naval Academy in a month in Chicago. So, you know, I get to spend the adult time with them and enjoy that. their dad was always the little kid stage, and my aunt and uncle have always been a serious blessing. We were just going through some pictures the other day. You know, they helped me raise them. My grandma helped me raise them. I've got a huge blessing of a community. But, you know, I've always worked and taken care of the kids and, you know, done all of that. And so now that I find myself, you know, she's been gone for 2 months to camp. Now she's gone to Florida, and then we're moving to Texas. So she's not home. I'm not washing 15 loads of laundry a week because she uses so many stinking towels. And stitching is, you know, that's what I do. I go to work and I come home and I stitch. And, you know, that's okay. I'm okay with that. At this point in life, going to see my aunt, uncle, and grandma, and my parents down the road, and coming home to stitch, I'm fine with that. So what I was saying with that was literally, you guys, the stitching community, have become an extra arm in my family. And so getting to know y'all, getting to understand where you're at, where you're from. You know, if I'm in a certain mood, I'm going to go to Colorado. If I'm in another certain mood, I'm going to go to Carolina. If I'm in another certain mood, I'm going to go to Florida. You know, just depending on how I want to feel is who I'm going to watch. You know, if I'm sappy and sad and whatever, I'm going to go for somebody who's going to pep me up. If I'm kind of nostalgic, I'm going to go for... There's a couple, 3 people who just do samplers. You guys know who they are, and that's who I'm going to watch. I call a couple of them my aunts. I have fallen in love with Nicola's work, and I love to hear her stories. Saltbox Stitcher is just fun, and I love watching her do her thing. If I just want to hee-haw and laugh, there's a couple of them I go to. And if I'm just, you know, wanting to be inspired, there's a couple more. So, I found this quote by Brene Brown, who I love. I love her work. And it says, I define connection as the energy that exists between people when they feel seen, heard, and valued. When they feel seen, heard, and valued. Where else do you find strangers logging on, commenting, praising, sending like stuff everywhere, except, you know, Flosstube? When they can give and receive without judgment, again, and when they derive sustenance and strength from the relationship. So whether you guys know it or not, when I wake up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I find a comment from you because you're up at 2 o'clock in the morning watching cross-stitch and cross-stitching, I like pull strength from that. I'm like, wow, somebody else loves what I'm doing and they're up doing their art. That's cool. And then I go back to sleep. But that fits us so well. And I think I'm going to send that to quite a few people, actually. I was thinking last night as I was cross-stitching and watching, who was I watching last night? Oh, I was watching, I don't know who I was watching. Somebody was opening some cards. And I was like, you know, the cross-stitch community has brought out the art of writing cards again. I don't know if that's happening anywhere else or not, but you guys make fantastic cards. I can't make them. I'll buy them and send them out. But now I want to do cards. And my grandma has left me a ton of cards in her desk. When I moved into her house, I was going through all of her stuff. I was like, Grandma, you have all these cards. What do you want to do with them? She said, use them. I was like, okay. She donates to all kinds of charities. And they send her gifts of gift wrapping paper, cards, notepads, which is cool. But I was like, are you really using them? Well, now I have a use for them. So I've got to get busy writing cards. So, I think I'm going to post that. I don't know where I'm going to post that at. Because it's a picture meme on the internet. So I found that. And I was like, Brene, you're such a genius. She is. All right. So while we're talking about mail, let me tell you about this package that I got. It came from Kimberly, Back Quarter Shop. I got a text, I got a DM from a stitching friend who said, hey, I'm going to send you something. And I was like, you do not have to do that. She did. So this came from Jamie Lynn Brazil. And she found my Flosstube and said, hey, I feel like we're kindred spirits. I can't wait to get to know you more, Jamie. And her dad worked for the sheriff's office. So she's very familiar with the law enforcement family. And so, you know, we chatted back and forth a couple of times, and I'm sure that there'll be a lot more to come. And then I got this in the mail. I was not expecting this at all. So I opened up the package, and immediately I saw Granita, which is Fat Quarter Shop's newest piece by It's So Emma, and that is gorgeous. So on the back of it, you can do it 3 different colors, blue, red, or gray. I will do blue. And then there's a project bag. Isn't that beautiful? Stitching with the Housewives project bag. It's got Priscilla's blog spots. I will never forget it. And then there was material. This is Zweigart. It is 25 count Lugano. Just gorgeous. And then there was thread in DMC, which is my material. Don't judge me. I've done DMC since I was 10. I love DMC. I'm honestly scared of doing anything else. I've like filtered the silks and looked at them, and I'm like, I'm staying with my DMC. So thank you so much, Jamie Lynn. I really, really, really appreciate it. That was above and beyond sweet. So let's look at our stitching, shall we? So I've got one finish. And where's my little card? There it is. This is a Lizzie Kate. This is Ho 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 Holiday in the Jingles collection. Isn't he cute? So yes, I am going to finish him. He will be an ornament. So proud. I'm sideways. I'm so proud of him. So I got to the nose, and I called my aunt, who she had gifted me the pattern. She had done it last year. And I'm wanting to say maybe it was right after the fire or something. She was like, you need something to do here. Just here, take it. And I said, what am I supposed to do for the nose? Because there's a little button or something there. I couldn't really tell. And she was like, oh, it came with a charm, but you don't have it. Because she used it. I was like, okay. I was like, so I'm thinking an X. And she said, sure, do an X with back stitch. So I did, and it looks really pretty. He's got a pretty little nose. So it looks much like the picture does because you backstitched it. So I'm looking forward to getting that finished. That was exciting. And I did him on this material, which is Cafe Au Lait from Fiber on a Whim. It's 14 count. So I'm super excited about that. All right, drum roll, please. I'm not going to do a drum roll because I don't want to spill my coffee all over my stitch table. This is the pattern that I have been working on for the last month with Steph from Just Keep Stitching. I don't have the big pattern up here, or the big picture. I'm going to show you what it's going to look like. That's what it's going to look like. Steph has gotten all of the roof and the birds, all of this, and all of this done. She's gotten some of the diamonds, and I think 2 lines here. She started at the top. I look forward to the top. We both decided that we're going to leave her work in the year 2020 on it because this was a commemorative piece for the season that we just came through in 2020. So if you can't read it, it says, when the world seems to be out of control, I find a way to nurture my soul, seeking refuge with needle and thread, thanks to an anxiety no longer I dread. This is going to go above my couch. I will probably have it finished by Christmas, so it will not go above my couch, but the rest of the year it will be above my couch. I started at the bottom. I got bored with the flowers, so I moved. And then I got my house built. I still have to do the filler color. I still have to fill in the black windows, of course, make a door. And then I wanted to start on my roof because I was convinced I was going to get the roof done this week. This was also my July summer camp piece. Obviously, it didn't get finished. I'm so ambitious on that thing. And then I have other things to work on. But I can't wait to finish it. I also cannot believe that Steph accepted that challenge with me and worked the entire month with me. It was such an honor and privilege to work with her. She's just genuine. Do not stalk her at 2 o'clock in the morning, and do not tell her that I told you this, but she's a late night stitcher. So, you know, we would talk in the wee hours of the morning when everybody else, normal people, were sleeping. We were stitching. So I love, and no, I don't talk to her every day. You know, it's not like that, but I'm sure that we could. I love working on that with her. It was not a competition at all. It was a personal challenge for me. And it was just a joy to be able to stitch with her, to say, hey, you know, look where I'm at, you know, how much have you gotten done? And we cheered each other on. So it was just a beautiful friendship that started through a like piece. She started hers in October of last year. They do all of their planning in October for the entire year. They are not allowed to start new stitches. I can't live by that kind of strict rules. I forgot a piece that I've got to show you from my purchases. They pick out all of their stuff in October. They start it when they're on their retreat together. And a start for them is, you know, getting their one piece of thread finished through the material. So whatever they're working on, I think I would be like, okay, look, here's a little piece of thread. Let me stitch it in. If I was on that kind of tightrope. But it has been an absolute privilege just to be able to communicate with her and work with her. And it's been fun. So I look forward to finishing that. And she texted me last night and she's like, I promise I'll let you know when it comes back out. And I was like, absolutely. It's like, I think I'm going to go ahead and finish mine, but I want to follow your journey on that too. So she was emotional when she brought it out last October. And that's the reason that I found it, because I was stitching away, you know, not paying attention. She was like, I may cry when I work on this. And I was like, rewind. What did she just say? And so I saw it and I was like, holy cow. I did cry. I usually cry when we talk about it. And she said, you know, this just has so much meaning. And I don't know how, you know, specifically I'm going to do everything. And I was like, I do. So, the home, of course, is going to have tons of meaning. And then this little puppy dog over here, I'm going to put my little puppy dog's initials there, so that I'll always have him watching over me. So looking forward to finishing that. And my grandma said to me the other day, I was laying on her bed showing her all of my stuff that I got from Jamie. And she said, I just need you to finish something. I was like, yes, ma'am, I will. She said, well, you get it finished and I'll take care of framing it. And I looked at my aunt. She said, oh, jump on that. And I was like, Seeking Refuge will be the piece that she frames for me. So I can't wait to get that done. I don't know yet what kind of frame I'm going to do. I like the black frame around it. So I may stick with that black frame, but we'll see. Okay. Whew. Breathe, Melissa. Let's see the next. Okay. So that took a lot of work this week. That was a lot of work. The next piece that I worked on this week was Into All a Good Night. This is a Stitching with the Housewives. Housewives of cross stitch. I never know what to call them. So I just worked on a lot of white. I need a board. Some people have boards that they show these. There's nothing big enough for that, but so I worked on a lot of the white. I intended to get a lot of housing done this weekend while I was at work, and then came the trainee, so that didn't happen, but that's okay. That is definitely going to be a finish in my August finishes. I'm going to bust it on that. And then this guy was nothing at the beginning of the week. Nothing. I got this piece from my grandma. She had to unstitch everything because I got off on this. I got off one stitch, which created havoc because I only had this and this done. Created havoc for all of this. So I just had her unstitch everything. And then I was like, I'm going to finish this. So didn't quite finish it. I actually intended to have more finished this morning before I recorded, but I needed to go ahead because I've got to go to work for my mom. So all I have left is a little motif in here. This is I think it's an octagon. And then I've got these little bitty pink snowflakes that I really don't think that I like. We'll just have to see what happens with them. I may just leave them off. Because I like the clean look around each of these. And it's like dot, 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 you know. So, I don't know. But I love all of the bright colors. I don't have a clue where that thing's going to go. Probably on the shelf. But I love it. This is the piece that my officer was like, no, sir, we're not doing cross-stitching. Or we're not doing Christmas in July. And I was like, yeah, we are. That's happening. Isn't it beautiful? I love all of those colors. Those are not called for colors. When you do a Susan Ake, it only has one option. And I forget even what it was. So I had to cross-reference everything. And it wasn't easy. I need to show you. Where did it go? I don't know. You don't need to look at the back of my head though. So. I don't know. I ordered another piece I wanted you guys to see, but it's not happening this week because I forgot to grab it. I don't know where it is. So I am doing the Mystery Bats and Boos stitch along with Fat Quarter Shop. It starts today. I haven't looked for the piece yet because I was trying to get everything done. But I ordered this Icelandic gray. So that is gorgeous. It's a 14 count Aida. And that's what it'll be stitched on. And then I got the DMC thread pack. Look how easy that's going to be. It's 4 colors. So I look forward to that being super easy. It's one skein of 725, 3010, 04, and white. When did they come out with singles? Like 04, 07, 08? I don't know when that happened. Somebody, I can't remember who it was. Maybe Proper Stitcher, Annie. I love watching her too. Y'all go watch her. I'm sure you probably already are. I think she's got like 7,000 followers now. She's got a bunch. But she was talking about the JBW collection. I think it was her. And so I ordered some stuff, but I wanted to show you. They sent these little flyers for more things that they have. I want that and that. I'm not about all the other stuff, but I want those. And then these are all cute. And then these are cute. You guys already know I like the blues. But I don't know, we'll see. But what I did order was Sing a Song of Christmas set. She was out of one of them. Let me put them in order here. I want them in order. So you can see them. 8, 9. It's 4, 3. Okay, I don't have 2. But here's 1. And this is over the river. And so they're just little bitty stockings. This is Frosty the Snowman. And they have little quotes from the songs. This is Away in a Manger. This is Hark the Herald. This is Oh Christmas Tree. They're pretty. This is O Little Town of Bethlehem. I love that one. This is Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. And then this is Winter Wonderland. I do intend to do these all on the same fabric. And it looks like she likes 2 different fabrics. She's got them on 32 Belfast Antique White and 32 Belfast Latte. I will probably meet her in the middle and do Monaco Antique White. Probably. I don't know. I'm not the linen person, y'all. I'm not the linen person. Alright. So I have those to look forward to. That will be started in October. I'm doing Christmas in October again just to work on finishing Christmas. August is going to be all the things to work on all of the whips. September will be Spooky September to work on the fall. And then October, November will be Christmas because I have a lot of Christmas. I decorate for Christmas on Thanksgiving night. Don't know what anything looks like right now because this will be my first year without having anybody in the house. Which I tend to decorate by myself anyway, just because I am a stickler for everything. My kids have helped decorate the tree, and then I've gone back and fixed it. I don't know. This house is a lot different decorating than the other house was. I had stuff everywhere. It was a much bigger house. So this one I've learned, well, I mean, last year was my first year, but I had to learn that I can't put everything out. And doing stitching, that's going to mean a lot of different things. But my wall in my bedroom is virtually empty, my 4 walls. So there's a lot to decorate in there. And that's my blue room because it's mine. My tree is very whimsical but modern. Like I've got a lot going on. I used to do different designs for the tree every year, and that was expensive. So, you know, I did some burgundy and gold. I did some just red and white, red and silver. I did red, white, and green. And so a few years ago, I did the red, white, and green set from Kirkland's. And I just started adding to it, and that's where I stuck. I was like, it's Christmas. It's red and green. Add some white, add some silver, add some gold. It's fine. So that's where I'm at. Last year the tree sat here and this was basically covered, and that's not going to happen this year because that thing's going to be full. It's fantastic. I'm going to try to do this carefully. It's a floor to ceiling bookshelf that I can have all kinds of good stuff in. So that's what's going to happen. My Christmas village can go in there that my mom makes every year. She makes a little ceramic painting every year. And, so that can cover the bottom shelf, and then I can have all kinds of stuff in the middle and top. Why not? And then this thing I could clean up and have stuff in here too. So, I start decorating for fall. I've decorated for fall as early as August 1st. I was told that's a no. It's a hard no. I still have my patriotic stuff out, and I'll probably leave that. But we live on the same road as the school. And so the high school, and we're football people, and I'm the band booster president, and you know, so the orange and black needs to come out, even if it's not fall specifically. The orange and black needs to come out. So orange and black will come out probably in a couple of weeks, and I may cry, but that'll be okay. So I have orange and black. Actually, I bought a whole bunch of orange for a project not too long ago, so I may work on some stuff for the school. That's not a bad idea. I can't have new starts. What am I thinking? Y'all help me. Okay, so now I'm rambling. I'm going to let you guys go. I hope it's a fantastic stitchy week, that you can get a lot done. I look forward to seeing you guys. Join us on the hashtag collection. What is that? Collected thread. Go find me, add me, you know, announce yourself. Let me know who you are, not just follow me. I tend to, for the cross stitch people, I tend to follow everybody back because I like to look at your stuff. If you don't have any posts, that's kind of hard to do though. So, you know, make sure that you're posting. I'm horrible about posting my projects. I'm trying to do better. Anyways, until next Monday, I hope you guys have a fantastic week and get a lot of stitching done. And have a very safe and pleasant, our temperatures are cooling down too. That's awesome. Have a safe and pleasant August. Take care of yourself, and I'll see you next week. Bye.